love the springs. Yep, we're back at the springs, having a couple of days just mucking around. I love this. There's all the tracks in the world and some beautiful bush. We just pulled over for a lunch break. We've got a nice little fire spot going here, and we're going to have a sourdough damper with bacon and green onion, chives, whatever you want to call that stuff. I don't know what it's called. It's not chives. Spring onion, shallots. Thank you, darling. And then when we've got the damper happening, we're going to make up a cheese sauce, which is just a bit of butter, some cheese, milk, sour cream, and a little bit of salt. Mix it all up, a little bit of heat. Dip the damper in that and off you go. Bacon is your friend. These spring onions, they sort of give everything a bit of a zesty flavour, I reckon. We stopped and bought the bacon and the rest of the meat in a little butcher's in Warwick. This will be spot on. Remember, the golden rule about bacon is to always cook more than you need, because it shrinks, especially if you eat it on the way through. Resist the temptation to eat all the bacon now. And put in some shallots. There we go. You want that fairly well cooked, and then we'll just put it to one side so we can make up some dough. Okay, I'm going to use the little cast iron pot as a mixing bowl, because last night there was an unfortunate accident with the mixing bowl when it got run over. Never mind. Self-raising flour. Doesn't really matter when you use yoghurt, you can use normal flour, but this is quicker. There we go. I like to use about half of what's in there. That means there'll be about half left over for another one later. Always easier to mix the dry ingredients. That's a little bit of salt. This is so simple, this damper, it really is. I'm thinking that might be enough, but you know, it's one of those things you adjust it as you go. I should have had a wooden spoon here somewhere, probably under the mixing bowl. Be splinters by now. This is something we worked out a few years ago on a desert trip, that if you use yoghurt and flour, you've kind of got a natural sourdough. There's a lot of good culture in there. Yoghurt, same stuff. First, check the bacon. Okay, in she goes. Gee, that bacon shrunk, hasn't it? I mean, it has this mysterious shrinking factor anyway, every time I get near it. I reckon the handbrake's been pinching it. There's lots of different ways to prepare a damper pot. This is my favourite. A little bit of oil, just a wipe worth of oil, and then a little bit of flour. And that'll just stop the damper sticking to the base. Nothing too stylised about my dampers. Okay, over to the fire. So that's our hot spot, right there. And then we need a bit of temperature coming down from the top. Oh, perfect. Now that's going to take about 2 beers, which is about 25 minutes. And now for the sauce. First of all, you melt the butter. Oh, I added the sour cream there, but you didn't see that, I was so quick. And then give it all a good stir. It's looking good. Actually, it's looking just very white, but it's not bubbling, and that's the important thing. And then, what gives it its flavour? the cheese. Now you don't want this bubbling, you don't want it boiling, you just want to keep on stirring in that cheese with a little bit of mild heat. Ooh, that's cheesy now. That's extra cheese. Oh, yum. Finally. Ooh, cheesy pepper sauce. This is an entrenching tool. You know, an old First World War thing. I got it from Army Surplus and it's so good for just about everything. Oh, perfect.
Beautiful.
What do you reckon? We'll give that a try with the cheese sauce. Well, there you go. That was simple and it looks great. Well, I've got my lucky spoon from the old place in the Flinders Ranges. I reckon we'll just see our cheese sauce.
Does it nice?
Oh, you won't like this. You're going to hate it. Go away. Oh, behind the scenes on Handbrake Productions. And she's on a little stall, I bet. Can't even see up my nose without that. And after a good clean up and all the rubbish packed away, we got an excuse to go for another drive. Doesn't get better than this.